Tom Hanks did it. So did Robin Williams, even John Travolta. They are men who dressed as women to entertain us.
Yeah, Bosom Buddies, Mrs. Doubtfire, and Hairspray were TV shows and movies that millions of people, including kids, loved. But for the men and trans women in Florida who are drag performers, their art form and the entertainment they provide have become a target.
Yes, called unfit for children. Florida law now puts a minimum age on who can see a show. So how did we get to this place? And why do some say drag is now under attack? Video from inside the Pulse nightclub shows one of the last times Angelica Sanchez performed there. Then and now, it's more than a job. We sat down to talk about what her career and just existing feels like these days.
It's just kind of sad that this, out of all things that we can talk about, why aren't we hitting gun violence? That's what's killing kids, not drag.
Her question comes with the weight of experience. She was at Pulse the night 49 people were killed, a place she considered home.
As a Black trans woman, as a drag performer, just being able to have something to call home, to have something that was my livelihood, my bread and water.
She emerged from the mass shooting a survivor and an inspiration for a grieving LGBTQ community. Angelica traveled the country telling her story, how she bravely communicated with police as she huddled with a small group in one of the club's dressing rooms.
After that night, I felt seen, I felt heard, I felt respected.
A stark difference to how she feels now.
Over these last couple of years, I feel that there has been like a backlash to the freedoms that we have been provided. And I feel as though people are trying to take those things back. And what has happened for me since then is I've been activated, and I have to be the activist that I want to see in the world.
That means going to the beginning of her story.
I knew since I was 3 years old that I was meant to be a girl, but something was different and wrong. Thank God I had parents that worked through this with me. It wasn't easy for us. It wasn't easy for them.
Now it's impossible, as parents in Florida no longer have the right to provide their children gender-affirming care.
Can you imagine your body is betraying you? You feel as though your body is really betraying you. But betraying you, like it doesn't feel like your own. And now that we know better, we try to do better. And now there's these laws that's trying to make parents feel guilty for affirming their children.
Angelica is far from alone in her advocacy.
You had no problem taking your child to a Disney fairy princess show. You had no problem taking your child to Hooters. But you have a problem with somebody who's talented, showcasing their talent regardless, man or woman.
Nima Barami, the former event manager at Pulse, now hosts LGBTQ nights at clubs in Central Florida and runs a successful pageant system.
My pageant glamorous system that I have, it is important because with our drag under attack, our trans people under attack right now, we got to be loud, and we got to be more out there to tell the world that it's an art.
Just in case I have run.
It's people showcasing talent.
The art traces its roots to the age of Shakespeare, when female roles were often played by men. Vaudeville featured drag performances, and the art became a mainstay at gay bars, where many found a safe haven.
I do what I can when I can, what I can for my people.
It's the thing that saved my life. I could have ended up on the street. I could have been a sex worker. It could have been so many different things that happened to me, but I'm still alive because I've been able to use my gift and my talent that has made way for me. And it's provided me a way of life through the art of drag.
And it evolved into big business for people like Nima, whose livelihood depends on the success of pageants at places like Plaza Live.
That poor theater's being attacked by the governor for having children at a drag show. And, you know, I'm moving forward. I can't stop showcasing what our community is based with this talent. We have our next pageants coming up in the end of this month. It is 18 and up. Unfortunately, we had to change those policies where kids can't come, and so many of our contestants were like, my little brother wants to come. My sister wants to come, you know? I can't, my little niece and nephew want to come, but they can't come and see their family member shine that night.
It's in that message to the next generation that Angelica and Nima hope their community is heard.
When did we as a state or as a country start saying that this is how you're going to raise your kid? And if you don't do it my way, then it's not the right way. That's not right in my eyes, what I see. Our drag community brings laughter, joy, fun, atmosphere. You can bring your parents, you can bring your grandparents, you can bring your family members, you can bring your straight folks, gay folks. Everybody goes just to have a good time. You're not thinking about if that's a man or a woman, you're thinking about I'm being entertained. That's what it's about.
I think my life needs to be seen, and representation is so important, and just because of some of the rhetoric that's going on that makes us seem as though we're hurtful to children, and wherein the message that we've always shared is love, and how to love yourself, and how to be true to yourself. And I don't think that should be under attack.